In this video, I'll show you some resources about high school textbooks, courses, assessment, and how you can use computational thinking to design problems for high school science classes or even math classes. So the first website is Next Generation of Science Standards, which is www.nextgenscience.org. Okay, so once you come to this website, then you click on the standards, read the standards. Now here you have a lot of possibilities. One option is, if you really want to know the topics, you click on standards by topic. So let's go in there. So assume that I'm interested in high school textbooks or high school next generation of science standards. So I'm going to click on high school, and you see the topics: physical sciences, life sciences, and earth and space sciences. Let's focus on physical sciences. In here, let's say I'm thinking, to design a problem which is more of like either force interactions related or energy related. So I'm going to click on energy for now. And then you see, first of all, what are the important topics, how you can develop and use the models, design questions, and things like that. So for instance, in writing proposal, we can easily refer to these standards by looking at the headlines here. So for instance, high school physical science, I think chapter 3.1 is talking about creating computational model to calculate the change in the energy of one component in a system when the change in energy of the other components and energy flows in and out of the system are known. So like if you design a model or computational model, we can think about how we can tailor that model toward answering questions like that, or basically modeling a phenomenon that has this feature. So this is one example. You can go back and look at other sections here. Another thing that I'd like to show is, if we go back in the main page here, let's say instead of going through standards by topic, I'm going to click on the grade. Let's say I'm interested in high school standards. I'm going to click on high school. And then for practice, let's say I'm thinking about maybe developing and using models or using mathematics and computational thinking. So let's say for now I'm going to click on developing and using models. And then here, the disciplinary core, let's say forces and motion. Okay. In the discipline, I focus on physical sciences, and here let's leave it blank. Okay. So let me just submit this. Okay, so this thing didn't come with anything. Let's maybe broaden our search. Let's go to maybe asking questions and defining problems. Let's go in there. That's selected too. Let me just cancel the first one. Still anything. So let me go back actually. Let's starts with only maybe one search question. And go back. So refresh. Reading standards. Yeah, okay. So let's only focus on high school. So just the grade. Okay, we're going to submit this. And you see the topics actually come up. Most of them are actually about matter interactions. Maybe motion, stability, and forces. So then it gives you 3 sections here. One is about the science and engineering practices, focusing on analyzing and interpreting data. So this explains, what usually need to be done to address, this question. Disciplinary core ideas here is about force and motion. So it's in Newton's second law. And then you can also link it to other concepts. For instance, if you want to differentiate between the cause and correlation and make claims about specific cause and effects, maybe you can use this concept to do so. So if you can address all these, maybe in a short statement when we design our question or when we define a project, I think that really get the message across. Okay, and so let's go back and maybe add one more question here. Let's say developing and using models. I'm going to click on that and then submit. Now I see like other topics, for instance, from molecules to organisms. I mean, if I'm developing a model, if I can link it to this chapter of the science standard, that would be really great, or maybe in energy. So I'm going to click on the energy, which we saw before, and then again the 3 sections that we need to address. One is developing and using models, how to develop and how to use it, and what kind of core concepts we want to explain, and how we can relate it to other fields or other concepts. Okay, so that's the second resource. And then the third one is, maybe actually this is the first one, sorry. The second one is the advanced placement courses. So if you go to this website, apcentral.collegeboard.org, then you come down and click on AP courses and exams. Now here you see all advanced placement courses. Let's say I'm interested in physics. I go down to AP Physics. There are 2 physics, Physics 1 and Physics 2. I'm going to click on Physics 1. And then I'm going to go down, I'm actually sorry here. You're going to click on, let me see here. Click on the course. So this actually comes with some explanation about the course, and then down here is a list of topics. So if we want to develop a model and maybe create a lesson plans using the model, then we better address what kind of concepts that model will explain, like kinematics, dynamics, circular motion, and so forth. And there's a little bit of explanation here. The rest is just more about exam and how to grade them. But I think what's most important is what concepts are discussed in which chapter of AP courses. Okay, so that's about AP courses, and then the third is here. So the third one is the high school textbooks. So if you go to www.ck12.org, let me get rid of that. I think initially you go to this website, and if you scroll down, you see the topics. If you're interested in high school, I think we have to select the first 6, so 4 here and then 2 here. The other ones are for 5th grade all the way to kindergarten. So this one, I'm going to click on physics, and then let's say I'm looking at maybe forces and motion. So click on that, and then maybe Newton's third law. So I can see the concepts that are discussed in AP courses. So if my model can be linked to any of these, I think it's good to mention that the teacher can expand the idea for advanced placement courses, especially like chapter 3.4, which is about Newton's third law, or connecting Newton's first and second law, or maybe frictions, or air drag, or now if you think about gravity causes the motion to be on a curved trajectory, then we can look at maybe circular motion and gravity, something like that. Okay, so then there are sections here that might be related to the topic that we're looking for. Okay, so yeah, so I introduced 3 resources again to recap. One is the next generation of science standards. The second one is the AP courses, and the third one is the high school textbooks. So hope this helps. Thank you for watching.